Hey, what it do, what it do, what it do? It's ya boy Q, and welcome back to YouTube, Fog Dwellers. Look, we had our developer update 1 of 2 last week. I promised y'all I was going to come back once we had the second one. I happened to be able to see that it came across the desk here as I was kind of starting to get ready to go for my second stab of my vaccine. So by the way, if you're watching this on the day that it drops, Monday the 27th, I will not be streaming over on my channel on Twitch. By the way, if you're looking for a cool community to hang out with, we do stream quite a few days over on Twitch. Link for that is always going to be down in the description below. All right. And if y'all haven't caught the news of the first developer update from, I think it was Friday, I'll go ahead and make sure I leave a little like contact card for that up in that top right hand corner for you. Cool. But let's go ahead and get right down into it. I know that's what y'all came here for, so let's just go ahead and dig right in. I'm excited because we're getting some more killer reworks. I'm super excited for some things coming down the pipeline. So this is indeed that developer update. Let's get it rolling, baby. We're gonna actually get started with the Death Slinger. So I'm not gonna read this word for word. Basically what they're doing, as a lot of y'all know, one of the big things that made playing against Death Slinger feel borderline oppressive was the fact that basically you could quick scope in with his weapon and be able to hit shots, and there's basically no repercussion for it because if you don't have to worry about the slowdown for speed when aiming down sight when you just quick scope and miss and then go into your reload animation. And then not only that, but also kind of similar to like with Pyramid Head when they changed it to where he could put his sword in the ground and use his ability. They put that little delay in before he could release his sword out of the ground and swing at a player. We're getting the same thing as far as with Death Slinger. There's going to be a little bit of time after he comes down from ADSing before he can actually M1. This is going to be good. This is going to make it for like Windows and stuff to be a little bit more safe for playing against the Death Slinger as a survivor. So I'm super excited about that. But you'll see here basically the 3 main points. You can no longer shoot when aiming until you're fully aimed down sight. So they're going to have to actually wait the full time for the weapon to fully draw. And then they've increased the delay there. Cool. Also, what I'm really excited about for the Death Slinger, check this out. Last but not least, we've increased the Death Slinger's terror radius to 32 meters. The Death Slinger is the only ranged killer that does not have a lullaby, right? We talked about, you've got the Huntress has a lullaby, the Trickster has a lullaby. He's never had one, which meant terror radius reducing perks like Monitor and Abuse were always used on him, essentially. Could allow you to get close enough to surprise and hit a survivor without them having any warning whatsoever. And also they're going to be going through making some slight add-ons to some slight changes to the add-ons and stuff, and buff some underpowered ones. What I'm also really excited for is we've got the Plague here. So it looks like we don't have any new add-ons for the Death Slinger like we're going to see for the Plague and the 2 killers that we had in that update on Friday. But let's get right into the Plague here. Super excited. The Plague has been in the game for a while and hasn't seen a whole lot of change, but that ends today. Makes it for a series of quality of life changes that should make her more effective and more fun to play against. All right, so as far as the Plague here, again, I'm not going to read everything as far as word for word. If you guys want to, I have it up on the screen. Feel free to pause it. Basically, there are a few things that they're changing to make the Plague feel a little bit better to play. I think most people would agree that the Plague is a killer. Her skill set and her build is very unique. Her kit is very unique. And so with that uniqueness, it brings something that a lot of survivors aren't used to playing against. The only problem is there was a lot of stuff in her set that kind of made her feel really bad to play as. So they've kind of changed a few things, or they've got some notes here of a few things that they're changing. One of them being as far as like when people interact with infected objects, like let's say the Plague has the ability to infect a generator, totem, window, so on and so forth, pallets, right? So now what's going to happen is you are going to get more progression for your infection rate by interacting with those items. So especially like if you're sticking on gens that are infected, I would imagine that also means that you're going to like doubly kind of increase the rate at which you become fully infected, which is huge because once you're fully infected, that's when your one-shot hit, whether it be from the M1 or for her Vile Purge, which is also getting changed here. So the Plague used to take like a really massive hit after like a cooldown of when she used her Purge. So before she would go down to 2.3 meters a second, meaning like if you did not hit your shots, like you were absolutely like you were dead in the water, and you were allowing your person that you tried to take a shot at to build so much more distance. So now that movement speed, as far as the cooldown time, has been increased from 2.3 meters a second to 3.6 meters per second, which I think is going to help as far as while you're in chase to be able to use that power properly. Also, as far as when you were playing on Plague, a lot of people might have experienced this. I know I definitely did. I would get frustrated every once in a while. You would try to like hold your power and then maybe let go a little too early, and then it just got rid of the power completely. So now, kind of like how a Huntress's hatchets, if you don't wind it up all the way, it just doesn't throw as fast and go as far. Basically, you're going to get the same thing it looks like with the Plague's power, which is really good, because I think that's especially nice for when you're trying to loop around small rocks and stuff and you don't want to have to charge up the power completely, and you're not needing to get a very big distance out of your power as well. So we do have two also add-ons. It looks like they're both common add-ons, which is kind of weird, because I believe all the add-ons from the video on Friday were, I think, green and purple, right? I'd have to double check on that. Again, we're going to leave a card for that earlier. I'll also try and leave a card for that at the end of the video, so you can double check that in case you didn't see the first half of this, because this is part 2 of 2 for like the mid-chapter update. It's beefy, which is nice. There's a lot of change coming. So the very first one is the prayer tablet fragment. So basically, the Vile Purge no longer affects survivors, but it increases the rate that it's actually like the longevity that infects items and how much survivors become infected from that. So I guess that's why it's kind of a common add-on. It's one of those things where like makes one part of the power stronger, but also takes away part of the other power. So I understand that. That makes sense. And then we have the Olibinum incense. I probably butchered the ever-loving F out of that. Forgive me. Precious resin extracted from basilisk trees used during ceremonies for sweet fragrance. So once they've cleansed from a... Oh, this is a common. Wow. So once survivors cleanse at fountains, they have their auras revealed for 4 seconds, which is cool, because before you would only see like the aura of the fountain pop up when you were playing Killer. Now you'll actually see which direction the survivors are heading. That's going to be something that's important for survivors to realize, especially since that's a common one that'll actually probably be used quite a bit, because that's actually quite a bit of information there, quite honestly. Just like there are going to be some add-ons made for the Killer where it changed actually gave us some variables for considerably, moderately, stuff like that. We're also going to get those for our survivor add-ons. So when it says it considerably increases healing speed, repair speed, stuff like that, we're actually going to have a figure. I think that's really, really good. We also have some more perk updates here. We have Windows of Opportunity. I think this is really cool because Windows of Opportunity is like a really nice perk for survivors when they're trying to get used to looping, especially when they're first learning. So much like Zanchin Tactics, they're removing the cooldown for the perk entirely, and they're also increasing the range for the perk. So we'll probably be seeing more Windows of Opportunity being used. Looks like Repressed Alliance is also getting changed. They've reduced the time required to activate the perk down to 55, 50, or 45. Before, I think the lowest was what, 60 seconds, 90 seconds? So decent little cut off on the cooldown there. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. All right, hold on. Whoa. Chat. Wait, okay, so built to last. This perk shipped with fairly safe numbers to make sure it couldn't get out of hand, but that ended up making it a pretty unpopular choice. We've reworked it to be far more effective at what it's meant to do. Yo, chat. Built to last is about to be absolutely insane. So hiding in a locker for 14, 13, or 12 seconds with a depleted item in your hand will cause it to refill 99% of its charges. Each use of Built to Last reduces the number of charges refilled by 33%. So hold on, are you meaning to tell me that I'm going to be able to essentially be able to completely refill whatever my item is almost completely twice, as you're going to have 99%, 66%, and 33%, meaning 198% like recharges? That's crazy. That's insane. We're going to see Built to Last a lot. That's going to be used huge in competitive. I wonder if we see that like banned in competitive, because that's huge. That's monstrous. Especially put that like on a big old like beefy toolbox or medkit, that's going to be disgusting. Oh my goodness. All right, any means necessarily, we reduced the cooldowns of any means necessary and saw more people started to use it. It's still not quite where we'd like it to be, so we've added an extra aura reading effect on all drop pallets. This way, as soon as it's ready, you'll know exactly where you can use it. That's cool. So they saw more people use any means necessary when they dropped the cooldown, but instead of reducing the cooldown more, now they just made it to where you can see drop pallets. That's pretty cool. As far as no mither here, so no mither was something that they put in. It says, you know, they allow you to trade a health state for other bonuses, but they weren't strong enough. So no mither has kind of been used in the community to make it like a hard mode, but they're seeing that it's not being used enough. So they're trying to grant the like option for it to be a little bit stronger, seeing if people will use it. So the grunts of pain reduction is now up to 75% at tier 3. And the additional recovery speed while in dying state is up to 25% at tier 3 as well. That's insane. And then we've got Mindbreaker. Did this not make the list last time? Because I feel like Mindbreaker should have been with the killer perks last time. Because wasn't the last one all killer perks? And this is, you know what? It doesn't matter. So it's the change of Mindbreaker, which is going to be Fearmonger once the Stranger Things chapter is gone. This is a simple one. Survivors who are working on generators will now suffer from blindness in addition to exhaustion. That's huge. This will cause the perk to not only prevent the use of exhaustion perks, but any aura readings that the survivor may have. That's I think that makes it a little bit stronger for people who do use it. I don't think it makes it strong enough that people who didn't already use it will use it. I don't think. I'll be interested to see how that turns out, actually. All right, chat. So we've got our last two big ones here for this patch notes here. Of course, hatch and keys have been a topic of discussion long before I came around in this community. I'm pretty sure they've been around in the discussion for like 4 years now. So the hatch and keys by extension have been a very big topic. Changes incoming to make them a little bit fairer. So the hatch will no longer spawn if there's more than one survivor in the trial. This means you'll never have to worry about the last 3 survivors vanishing when there's still 1 generator left. Interesting. Additionally, the hatch will now take a few seconds to open with the key once it's closed. Progress does not reset when the survivor cancels the interaction. So that means that like you can 99 the hatch essentially if you wanted to. But I don't know why you would. Well, I guess that also means like in case you get interrupted, like, you know, if you get hit once, that makes sense. This eliminates a problem where survivor can simply sprint straight at the hatch and instantly open it and escape. I wonder what that open time is though. Like, is it enough that if I'm uninjured, I should be able to do that? Because I feel like if I'm uninjured and on hatch starting the process, I feel like that's fair, right? Right? With that being said, these changes will make the where did they go achievement impossible to attain. So it will be changed to escape through the hatch using a key. Okay. So now you no longer have to worry about multiple people escaping. Bringing in a key basically just makes it so you can reopen the hatch once it's closed. Realistically. So keys don't really have as much of a strength. I like that. I think that's fair. I think that was kind of one of the big problems for people before anyways, was people only wanted the survivors to have the ability to have one person leave with the key. And I think this change allows that. I think that's fair. I don't know, chat. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about the change to the hatch and keys? Let me know down those comments below. Now, I am super excited. We've got Boone Totems coming, chat. If y'all haven't seen our recent thoughts on the spoiler or the little teaser video that they gave us, I'll leave a little card up in that top right hand corner there for you, because I think it's something that a lot of people are on the right trail, but I think they're completely missing where it ends. So definitely make sure you check out the video. But we do have Boone Totems coming. So as promised, the anniversary live broadcast, we are introducing some new gameplay around totems. These will add an extra objective around the map, much like Killer's Hex Totems. They're tied to survivor perks. So I'm interested to see something here. So survivors will be able to bless a totem to change it to a Boone Totem. And these blessings are designed to offer comfort to the survivor team, a small safe haven. However, unlike a Hex Totem, the killer can also quickly interact with the Boone Totem to completely remove the associated blessing, once again turning it into a dull totem. Oh. They will also be able to hear the Boone Totems when it's in range. So they'll be able to hear it similar to a Hex Totem. Each survivor can only have one Boone Totem active at a time, so you can only have one Boone Totem perk. This Boone Totem will combine this effect of all of their equipped Boone perks, so they can stack on one another. This will also add more strategic decisions for the survivors to make when it comes to their interactions with totems. So now if I run into a dull totem, you can make it a Boone Totem. But will I be able to make a Hex Totem into a Boone Totem? Or do I have to just simply break the Hex Totem? Because I feel like that makes Hex perks at least have a little bit of a benefit. And the fact that Boone Totems can't be placed, right? I don't know. I'll be excited to see more info on this. I think this is a very interesting new concept. Something that survivors can put in their favor. I think this is a cool concept, honestly. So this should be fun to kind of see, especially because it sounds like there's going to be multiple types of Boone Totem perks being introduced. So we'll just have to kind of see what happens when it comes across. So yeah, I'm excited. Well, let me know what you guys think about the patch notes. I think with this combined with the other one, I think we've got a really, really good mid-chapter coming. Some really good changes, some healthy balance changes. Unfortunately, I know this is the last big patch that McLean worked on before leaving behavior. So hopefully this isn't like a last big patch that we see for time to come. Hopefully they're able to keep up this effort. Again, mostly because I think a lot of the changes they're making with the Death Slinger, the Plague, the killers that we saw, even with the Spirit and the Trapper from the first set of patch notes that came out just a couple days ago. And again, if you haven't seen our last video that covered the first half of these notes here, or if you just haven't seen the notes at all, I'll go ahead and make sure I do leave a link for that video right here down in the description, because I already left that card earlier in the video. Cool. But yeah, I'm excited. So again, if you're watching this on the day that I release this here on Monday, the 27th of September, normally we stream over on my channel on Twitch on Mondays. Again, I'm actually about to be heading out the door now. I kind of ran a little bit longer with this recording than I was expecting to. But I'm about to be heading out to go get my second round of my vaccine. So undoubtedly at some point later tonight, I'm going to start feeling tired. So I just wanted to record this now. That way I can just edit it and put it up onto YouTube. So I hope you guys enjoy. If y'all want to get a hold of me, though, I'll probably be hanging out in Discord a little bit. So feel free to definitely check out that Discord down below. The Discord's been growing. I appreciate y'all for all checking that out. All right. And again, if y'all enjoyed the content, if you guys like this style, if y'all like me kind of checking out these developer updates and stuff like that and doing a audio visual version of it, let me know down in the comments. Then I'll go ahead and continue doing these in the future. All right. And of course, if you like the content, leave a like and a comment, all that YouTube algorithm stuff. And for real, man, like there's been, I think it's like we're like 73% of people who've been watching videos in the last 60 days aren't subscribed. So if y'all are enjoying the content, it would really mean a lot to me. For real, we're on the chase for 500 by the end of the year. Hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. That way we can catch you right back here for that next video. All right. And for real, until next time, or until we catch you over on stream or down in the Discord or wherever, don't forget, with everything crazy going on in the world today, be true, be you, be sincere, game hard and love harder. It's your boy Q, signing out.